Hey guys, welcome back. And today I am going to be showing you some pictures of a winter coat that I just completed. And you know my dude is in the background, guys, as always. But I have to tell you, I really wanted a winter coat. It's been at least 2 years since I have had a winter coat, and it's cold. I live in the South, but guys, it gets cold. So I was like, okay, well, I've tried to purchase one, but the women's coats, one, are really flimsy, and two, they just don't fit me because of my body measurements. My bust is like a size 10. My shoulders are broader, so they're kind of like a size 12, but my hips and my derriere is more closer to the 14. So trying to find a winter coat, a women's winter coat, one that's warm, and two, that fits my measurements was really very difficult, guys. And so I was like, okay, well, let me try a men's coat. And I can get a men's coat that will fit around my butt, but then they were way too big in the chest and in the shoulders. And so I've really just been struggling. So I decided to make my own. And my original vision of what I desired for a coat, as you can see, I wanted something that kind of was asymmetrical in the front. That had closures off to the side. I wanted a hemline that was a little bit asymmetrical, and I loved like the little lace up kind of detail in the back. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so these are all the elements that I want in a coat, but how am I going to find a pattern that incorporates all of these things? And I really couldn't. So I had to come up with my own design. And so I thought about it for quite some time, like, I don't know how in the world I'm going to mix all of these elements. And then I saw this picture, and it's a circle coat, and it looks absolutely nothing like what I thought I wanted, but that coat really spoke to me. And so that's what I did. And you hear my dude, I'm sorry guys. But that's what I wind up going with, was this circle coat idea. I liked how it would cover my curves because mama got hips. I liked the loose sleeve. I wasn't crazy about the big collar, so I did make modifications there. But as a whole, this style coat really spoke to me. So I went out and I got some fabric. And at the time that I bought my fabric, I really had not finalized my design, but I just bought fabric that I liked. And I went back and forth on quite a few different fabrics. And originally I was thinking I could do a reversible coat, but between my budget and my skill set, it wound up not being a reversible coat, but that's okay because it turned out really nice. So once I kind of got home with my fabric and I sat and I stared at it for a while, and I knew um, kind of the direction that I wanted to go in with the circle coat, but I wanted something that was a little bit more tailored around my hips. I didn't want to look like a big blob. And so this is the sketch that I came up with, and I really love the way it all turned out. So once I kind of had my final sketch done, I cut out my pieces. You guys know I do not use a pattern, so I did have to go and make some adjustments as I got throughout the project. But the gray was my exterior fabric, the plaid was my lining fabric, and I used the faux fur on the sleeves. But because this is not traditional coat fabric, I did wind up putting a layer of fusible batting in between because I was really concerned that the coat would not be warm enough. Well, I will tell you that coat is plenty warm with that batting on the inside. And so again, I did a smaller collar than what the original image showed, but I'm glad that I did a nice, kind of tailored collar to it. So once I got all my layers together, I went ahead and using a pressing cloth, pressed down my layers in order to fuse the batting on the inside, and then I went ahead and top stitched. Now once everything was top stitched and my layers were fused, I went ahead and sewed on all my buttons, and then I got my sleeves in place. He is having fun, y'all. Got my sleeves in place, and once I did that, oh my goodness, it is done. It is done. It turned out better than expected, guys. I had so many insecurities going into this project. I was terrified. One, I had never made a coat before. Let's just start there. Two, I wasn't using a pattern, and normally that does not bother me, but it really bothered me with this. And I was really afraid that my coat just didn't, it wouldn't look right. You know, it wouldn't look polished, not necessarily store bought, but I wanted it to look really good, guys. And honestly, I was truly afraid of messing my coat up. I had a lot of fear and a lot of insecurity going into this project, and whew, a lot of prayer and just like pour myself out to God, like, God, please, like, help me deal with these like insecurities that I'm fighting with. And I think it turned out so great. And I'm really excited, guys. It's so warm. It turned out really nice. It is one of a kind. You want to paint? Okay, well, you can paint after the video, okay? And so, guys, I hope you see it is. Let's go to the kitchen. We'll go to the kitchen once we finish this. I hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. And if you have any questions or comments, you know the drill. Drop them in the comments below. All right?